Hello, I'm Doug Smith, and we're here to talk to you today about the Portsmouth Dog Park and how it's going. Our guests are Bunny Miller, the chairman of the Portsmouth Dog Park Planning Committee, and the motive force behind this dog park. Welcome, Bunny.
Thank you.
And John Vitt, PBA board member, is going to be doing some special fundraising that I'll tell you about in a few minutes. Bunny, I wonder if you could give us a little bit of the background and where we are in the dog park.
Well, we've been working for 3.5 years. I have a committee of 10 dedicated people. It's amazing. We spent the first year doing research. We needed to learn we wanted to do the best dog park we possibly could. And so we looked at a lot of parks around the country, took pictures and made a lot of discussions. And then, of course, we had to find a site. And Portsmouth does not have a lot of open fields that are not near housing areas or schools or other, public areas, public buildings. So we zeroed in on Melville Park because there was some land that was not being used there for trails right at the entrance. Unfortunately, it was a jungle, basically, completely overgrown. And we had the good fortune to, one of our members was listening to NPR radio and heard about these goats. Yeah. And we hired a herd of goats to come down a year and a half ago. It was in the fall of last year. And we had 31 goats at one point for 2.5 weeks, and they cleared 2 acres.
Wow.
And when I say cleared, they cleared the vegetation on 2 acres. The fallen trees, the concrete blocks. We found old debris from the Navy that had been left there. Once we got in there, we realized we had a lot more work to do. And last winter, DPW and some volunteers, a number of volunteers, came in and cut trees down, pulled stumps, removed concrete, and those kinds of things. So that this year we were able to get several good-sized grants. One was from the Van Buren Charitable Foundation, another from the Rhode Island Foundation Centennial Grant, plus several smaller grants, and we raised a total of about, just under $100,000.
Wow.
And the RFP went out in May, and we started. We had to do some adjustments because the bids came in higher than we had anticipated. So we did some few changes here and there, and Yardworks was awarded the bid. The Yardworks is in Warwick, and they did an excellent job.
Yeah.
2 kinds of fence. We have black anodized chain link fence on the perimeter, and there's post and rail, cedar post and rail in
press,
types, yes. And we
nicely.
recently, but it took all of our funds to build the park. So now we're raising funds to bring in benches, 2 types of benches, and 3 types of benches, one that goes around the trees.
Yeah,
we need water bubblers in the spring because DPW is bringing water over from the campground in the spring. And we'd like to put some picnic tables, and most of all, we'd love to put an agility course in for the dogs that like to climb things and run around through things, and once the dog park is open, and we think it'll be April of 2017, we will be forming a committee, a nonprofit group that can apply for more funds called the Friends of the Dog Park, and we'll be interested in folks that are interested in town that would like to join us. At that point. We're not to that point yet. We're still planning.
I'm constantly amazed at what volunteers can do to help in this town, because we're rich in volunteers. We're blessed by volunteers.
We've had 10 wonderful volunteers and all dog owners. And
we all support you very much, so you've done a great job. Let me turn to John in the last minute here. John, you want to talk about the Polar Plunge?
The Portsmouth Business Association, the membership, and the board, we did a very good job last year in raising money for 2 kids in Portsmouth. And this year we were looking for a worthy cause. And I happened to be at the council meeting when Bunny said, we need benches, we need some. And I thought it was a great fit for the community. So we've turned this into the Polar Dive for the dogs, January 1st. Music starts at 11. We dive in at 12 o'clock when the fire truck goes off. The bonfire will be lit at 11:18 this year by the Portsmouth Fire Department with the flares. And I'm encouraging every Portsmouth business owner, business member to join us on January 1st. You can jump in the water if you want, but support us because this is a very worthwhile cause to help the dog park people with their needs, the benches and the bubbler. And I think this will be great. And then afterwards, we'll go down to the Beachcomber for libations and backslapping, and we'll have raffle tickets. We'll have a 50-50 raffle so that we can raise a few more dollars for their effort.
Okay, that's great, John. And Bunny, thank you so much for being here. And good luck in the polar dive.
It's a
the
lot of
leaders
fun,
come.
Doug. You've done it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. Thank you very much. And thank you.